there was one particular procedure that I had carried out one with an assessor. We'd done the procedure, then we went back to the office to sit down and have a brief chat to get some feedback. But what I found was really useful was that she had explained step by step on how she would have done the procedure, and also correlated that with what I was doing at the time. And she was also able to give a lot of reasons why we do this and why we don't do that particular part. And at the end of the session, what I found, I guess, most useful was that she was able to give me some references, chapters on a couple of books that I found after reading them really was practice changing, and I still use the things that I learnt from that session today.
I don't think it is confronting, or it is something like an exam or anything. I think it's just asking your colleague or somebody, hey, could you please have a look, how am I going with this procedure, and give me your feedback. I think it's as simple as that.
Trainees generally are really happy to spend time with their supervisors in a formal sense. This is an opportunity for them to get feedback about particular procedures which they need to develop skills in. It's an opportunity for the supervisors to mention their strengths and weaknesses, for the trainees to learn about those procedures and to develop skills in an appropriate way.
So I think the benefit of performing DOPS at the bedside or at a point of care situation is that you've got a real clinical scenario. You've got yourself, the patient, and the assessor there at the same time. You can receive structured feedback almost immediately after the DOPS, and at that time obviously to get both points of improvement as well as your strengths.
If I have just done a procedure with my supervisor, it's very important for me to know how I went, because unless I know what needs to be improved, I won't be perfect.
The biggest benefits come in that you've got some dedicated time with an experienced physician. The feedback you get, which is structured, and it really does sort of hone in on your strengths and your weaknesses, and also gives you a forum for the assessee to sort of speak with the assessor and get a feel for where they're going wrong or what they can do, and also just helps provide that sort of nurturing relationship between the senior and the junior physicians. It gives you a sort of a more clear plan on how to improve with your next DOPS, and how to sort of go about the more generic processes of procedures in general.
The DOPS procedure gives me a chance to think about all the steps that I have gone through while doing the procedure, and actually analyze all the steps one by one, and say which step needs improvement and which step I'm doing in a correct manner.